Hi friends, today we'll talk about the real essence of fasting. In today's time, actually, if you see, fasting has just become feasting. Like when you're fasting, you're actually giving more importance to the food which you want to eat during the fast, especially in the Hindu culture. I do not know about the other religion, but today I'll exactly tell you the real essence of fasting and why in all the religions fasting is given so much of importance. There's nothing to do with religion, but there is the reality why we have to fast. Take it any religion, be it Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Zoroastrians, etc., all have one thing in common, that is fasting. And most of the time it stretches for 40 days. It's not that 1 day or 2 day. There is a reason for fasting for 40 days. And in Hindu culture, you have every festival. And most of the time on a festival day, you are asked or you're supposed to fast. But there is not a religious significance behind it, but there is a scientific significance. And that's what we're going to understand it in today's video. Uh, why do all religions like Hindu, Muslim, Christians, Zoroastrians, etc., have in common? What do they have in common? Sorry. Basically, the answer is they all engaged in the practice of fasting. In turn, it may be no surprise that one of the best time tested ways to improve mental clarity and regenerate the brain, body, and your soul is through partaking in a fast. It's basically what happens is the digestive systems are constantly being bombarded by the food we eat throughout the day, and as a result are often playing a never ending game of catch up to eliminate old food and digest new food. So we have treated our body or our stomach just as a machine, non-stop machine. It's just working, working, working without it having proper rest. So in this state of constant dumping of food and digestion, our bodies are never given a chance to rest and detoxify properly. So when a fast is finally undertaken, a massive weight is taken off the body, which frees up large amounts of energy. So this new energy is used to produce human growth hormone, which stimulates the production of new brain cells and neurons. So the biggest brain benefit from fasting, however, may be provided as a result of detoxification that occurs during a fast. Since the body no longer has to work to eliminate new toxins, it is permitted to backtrack and clean up older stored toxins that have compiled in our brain and body throughout the course of a person's life. As a fast progresses, the body is enabled to consume everything that is not essential to its proper functioning. This includes bacteria, viruses, fibroid tumors, accumulated waste such as chemicals, heavy metals, pesticides, fluoride, and other toxins that are allowed to be further eliminated from the body as a result. Because the kind of food which we are eating, or rather which we are being made to eat, is all chemically injected. So in the name of food, it is just chemical which is being totally forced into our body, knowingly or unknowingly. So one who is new to fasting can begin by skipping a meal during the day. From there on, one can move on to juice fasting or and to water fasting, but the water has to be lukewarm water. People suffering from disease or those on medication should always consult a healthcare professional before taking any kind of fast. But a light liquid diet is preferable. Maybe something called as kanji or green pulse, or you call it in Indian culture as green moong soup with little of salt and pepper, drinking loads of water. Mostly it should be lukewarm water, not even the normal tap water or cold water is absolutely no. So these are the ways you can conduct fast. And preferably, ideally, it is always recommended that you fast at least once a week. You have to give rest to your stomach at least once a week. And other way you can fast is like eating one time in a day, preferably during daytime is the right time to eat because the sun is on, so your metabolism is very high, so the food gets digested easily. And ideally, normally it is said after sunset, you should not be eating your dinner after sunset, but unfortunately, our whole life cycle is topsy-turvy in today's time. We start our evening dinner itself after 9 o'clock, and then after that, we don't have much time, so we go off to bed, and all the diseases begin because of the following ill life way of living, bad lifestyle. So, all these things contribute to your illness and your health problems. So if you want to move or grow about this, the first thing you can start off is by fasting once a day, skip your meal once a day, and see what difference you can create in your life, the amount of energy which you'll create. Yes, as I always mentioned, and I still mention, and I will keep on mentioning, you have to practice, practice, practice. That's the only way you can evolve in your journey of life. Thank you so much.